Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Aqueduct Racetrack here on Sunday. It is the 16th of October, 2022. Gonna look at the 8th race from the Big A, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. The 8th race, it is the Floral Park Stakes. It's going for a purse of $150,000, races for fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upwards. We have a field of 10 horses entered, but keep in mind 8, 9, and 10 are MTOs, so 7 will head to the outer turf course. The distance of ground here of 1,200 meters, if you want to go by that, or the 6 furlong trip on the Aqueduct outer turf course. 1,200 meters, 6 furlongs here. And the portable rails are out today, and quite far out, I believe, at 24 feet. Next week, I think 36 feet, which is going to be a really, really tight turf course. But my top selection, I'm going to go with the 2-horse Lady Edith. Let's go 2-5-6-1 in the superfecta. 2-5-6-1 super. Top selection, 2-horse Lady Edith. 4-year-old followed by Street Boss. Christophe Clement trains. Joel Rosario gets the mount. The horse's most recent outing came 20th of August at Saratoga. 5.5 on the Mellon turf course in the Smart and Fancy Stakes. And he finished 5th by 1.5 lengths that day. He was just drawn very wide, and he just, he was moving up late, but it wasn't anything spectacular. I do think that was a very tough race. Stepping down in class on a turf course that's going to have a slight give in it still, I think he could really run a good race to get to the winner's circle. 2 back in the Crest at Saratoga, 5.5 on the Mellon on the 23rd of July. He finished 3rd by a half length, and he had a dream trip from the back of the pack. He sat back early, a little bit wide, but he was closing up well late. Definitely outran his 15-1 odds that afternoon, and then a Belmont in the Intercontinental over the 6 furlongs on the 10th of June. He finished 4th by 1.25 lengths. Not the best beginnings, and he just really never really got going that day. The 3 in front of him were much better quality horses, but it wasn't the world's worst campaign to the new barn. And the old barn under the Thomas Durr Jr. care, it came, his last race prior to that came a Turfway 6.5 on the Tapeta and the Wishing Well, winning by a length, coming from nowhere. He really ran a good race and had a very good 3rd in the Holiday Inaugural before that on the Tapeta last year at Turfway. Coming here today, definitely likes turf sprinting, and 9-5 will use the horse. I think you also have to use the 5-horse Can't Buy Love. Flavian Pratt's on this one for Michael Trombetta. Coming from the Mid-Atlantic, most recently the Sensible Lady Turf Dash at Pimlico over the 5 furlongs. He finished 3rd by 2 lengths. If he had a better trip and didn't have to steady and go stupidly wide, he probably would have won, but just a horrible trip. Before that on the Tapeta Prescott, he just wasn't handling it, never really getting going there, and then had a decent race 3-4 back at Laurel, going 5.5 and off to 50. The race after that, he just had a horrible trip from the inside. But coming here today, if there's a horse coming again from mid-pack, it wouldn't surprise me if he gets the job done. 8-1 will use this horse in the multi-race. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Belmont, the Big A, it is the Floral Park. Let's take the 2-horse Lady Edith. Give kudos to the 5-horse Can't Buy Love. 2-5-6-1 superfecta. 2-5 in your multi-race. So good luck to one. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck, everybody.